Hey everybody, following up on my video from yesterday, I basically did a Mortal Kombat 1 reaction, and I don't think I should have actually labeled it as a reaction, but I had too much fun watching the stuff, catching up on it, and it was pretty exciting. So I saw this article over here. This came up like on the 25th of July, which was yesterday for us. It's not the 26th of July for me. I don't know what it is for you around the world, but anyway, this article itself covers all of the confirmed and leaked characters thus far. So it's very obvious that I think from the trailers, with the characters that we've seen are the ones that we presume to be in the game. Obviously, the ones that have we been seeing during the fights as well. Obviously, they're the cameo ones with like Cyrax and Sector, Sub-Zero and Scorpion, which all of I've noticed have the classic costumes. So I don't know if that's a thing with cameo characters. Do they all have classic costumes? Are they all the classic versions of the characters, and are they playable or not? I don't know. Um, I wish they were if they're not. But as far as things go, there are a few things to take into consideration with Mortal Kombat 1. For those of you who do pre-order the game, you get Shang Tsung. Now, I assume that he can be purchased at a later stage. It's not that you're going to just be stuck with Shang Tsung like that. Just give me a second. The dog wants to get on my lap. There we go. Okay. We're making a Mortal Kombat video. All right. So from here, basically, I'm going to look at some of the characters that we have that's been confirmed thus far. We have Baraka. They're now the victims of the Tarkat disease. Johnny Cage looks a lot younger. Kenshi, he seems to have a thing for Melina according to the trailers. Then there's Kitana. We've seen her with Melina in the carriage. Kung Lao. This was revealed during the first Mortal Kombat 1 trailer. Li Mei, I think she's part of the Umgadi trailer. Then Liu Kang, well, he's everywhere basically. Melina as well, same fashion as Katana, and also on the expanded Umgadi trailer as well. Raiden, who is now a human, I assume, but still has these lightning powers and is part of the Lin Kuei. Then we've got Rain. Obviously, he's from Outworld, from what I remember. I'm pretty sure he's a Denian. And there is a segment where he mentions in the trailer that Raiden has sent whoever the Lin Kuei it was, I think, to steal their secrets. Scorpion, now part of the Lin Kuei. Shang Tsung, obviously on his own, I would assume, or he's working for Shao Kahn, perhaps. I don't know. Smoke makes a return. Thank you very much. One of my favorite characters. He is Lin Kuei. Sub-Zero, as always, is Lin Kuei. And then we have Tanya from Outworld, who needs some work. Now, Mortal Kombat 11 launched with a huge roster of 25 fighters, so fans can expect more fighters to be announced as we edge closer to MK1's release date. Each new installment also introduces some new faces, so only time will tell who will join the roster this time around. I am hoping that we get more legacy characters, but I wouldn't mind a new character as well here and there. Someone we haven't seen for a very long time. Now, there are some other leaks and rumors that I've been looking at that I'm a bit excited for. Some of these characters, I haven't seen them since like the PS2 days of Mortal Kombat. So, the confirmed Mortal Kombat 1 DLC characters, this I saw yesterday as well in the trailer. You've got Ermac, Homelander, Omni-Man, Peacemaker, Quan Chi, and Takeda. The thing about Peacemaker being there, I feel like this is some sort of like the whole MK and Injustice crossover thing. Don't get me wrong, I think they both are good franchises to some extent, but I just think that it's time we stopped with the crossover bits and actually put more characters from those universes in the game. Like, for example, in Mortal Kombat 11, I would have preferred to have Smoke over Joker. I'm just saying, that's just me. I could be obviously wrong. Other people feel differently, I suppose. Then we've got Quan Chi and Takeda. Takeda is obviously Kenshi's son. I'm not too sure how this all plays out in the new timeline of events and stuff like that. Because Kenshi doesn't appear to be blind from the trailer, unless I missed something and Takeda is not his son or something like that. I don't know. But then from what I understand as well, these being DLC characters, I suspect that they don't have a very important role to play with the story of the game. So we'll see where that heads out, right? And then now, important, this is one here is my favorite part of the game. So this is the cameo characters, which are essentially characters that we'll choose after selecting the main fighter to help them aid in battle. Now this kind of takes me back to the days of tag team fighting in Mortal Kombat 9. I absolutely love the tag mode. 4-player Mortal Kombat was the best thing for my friends and I. We just, I don't know, played that thing for years. In fact, to this day, we still play it frequently. Whenever somebody comes over to visit, that's the only time the game does come out. but we play that thing religiously. We love it to this day, despite having access to all of the Mortal Kombat games. That for us, tag mode 4-player, best thing ever. Sadly, that's not going to be making a return. The cameo characters just basically pop in and out, helping you play offensively and defensively as well. And to confirm these characters, we've got Goro, Jax Briggs. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a playable Jax Briggs. I can't imagine a Mortal Kombat game without him. Kano. Okay. Kung Lao, Scorpion, Sonya Blade, Striker. Striker's back. That's interesting. I want to see how that unfolds. We haven't seen him since Mortal Kombat 9. I'm not too sure what happened to him in the game. I can't remember if he's dead or not. Oh, yes, he is. He did become a remnant, isn't it, in MKX? Gotta go back and find out about that. Sub-Zero, Cyrax, Sector, and Frost. Frost doesn't seem to get much love in most Mortal Kombat games, in my opinion. I mean, in MK11, she was playable, but she was also kind of shitty. That's my opinion about it. I think they could have done a better job with it. They made it too robotic, in my opinion. I would have preferred to have like a human Frost and give her some like unique cryomancing kind of powers. That would have been pretty cool. All Mortal Kombat 1 leaked fighters now at launch. This is from YouTuber Dynasty, by the way. If you haven't checked the channel, I suggest you do it. I've been watching this guy for years, and I can't even remember, like, from the time I've been on YouTube. I think he's been around from like 2016 is when I first came onto the site and used it. And I've watched many of his videos. So these are some of the launch fighters that have been leaked so far, apparently. Now, I don't know how true this all is. Reiko, we did see him in that leaked trailer. Lee Mei, so there is definitely some truth to this. Tanya, yep. Hell yeah, we already saw her. Things are looking pretty sad though. Good God. Havoc. I haven't seen this guy in almost 2 decades, I think. I don't know. I think it's Mortal Kombat Deception, or is it Armageddon, I think? I think it's Armageddon. Yeah, Armageddon is when I last saw this guy. Definitely more than a decade ago. It's still fun to see these kind of things. Nitara, this is going to be interesting. I also want to see how a character design plays out. You know, the way the world has changed so far, I'm pretty sure the classic Nitara is not going to be coming back. It's going to be something different. And also, her height in particular, I wonder how, like, huge she's going to be as opposed to the other fighters. Is she going to be, like, Goro levels kind of size or what? You know? I would really hope that we get to see more of her story as well. I thought her character was a bit interesting back in the day. For like Mortal Kombat universe to have something like that, I thought it was pretty wild. Even like Onaga as well, that was pretty cool. Then Ashra, I don't remember this character. I'll do some research into that and see what we can get. Reptile. I can't imagine Mortal Kombat without Reptile. I mean, I'm pretty sure MK11 doesn't have Reptile in it. I can't remember. I've got the Ultimate Edition or the Ultimate, yeah. Combat Pack, whatever it is. I don't remember Reptile being in there, but I'll just double check it. I haven't played the game for years, like 2019. Once I finished the story mode, I was done, and then Aftermath, and then the Ultimate Edition came out. I just couldn't care after that. Sorry. Sindel, I'm pretty sure she was DLC in the previous one. Could be wrong, but it's pretty cool that you can see these things come back. I would assume that with Sindel being here, though, there might be a Shao Kahn mixed in there. A lot of the videos do refer to a General Shao, so I assume that's the general they're referring to, and he's going to basically take over Outworld from Kitana and Melina in this new timeline. I suspect that Melina starts off as a good guy, but then she switches over to being evil after she gets the Tarkat disease. Like Baraka explains, it makes them more bloodthirsty or something eventually, so their mind collapses and things like that. So that could explain why Melina would be more crazier than just being made in the flesh pits this time around. So Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat Pack 2 DLC. Finally, user Idle Sloth published a list of Mortal Kombat 1 characters that could be present in another DLC, more specifically Combat Pack 2. Idle Sloth clarified that this list was leaked by another site, so take this information with a grain of salt. Early in the morning, forgive me, guys. Doomslayer, okay, interesting. Noob Saibot. This one kind of hits hard for me because I also like Noob Saibot as a character. MK9, one of my favorite characters to play with. I used to team him up with Sub-Zero. In fact, Sub-Zero was my main, and it'll be Noob Saibot or Smoke. Or for some classic reasons as well, I used to put Noob Saibot and Smoke on the same tag team. I can't remember which Mortal Kombat had those two together. But yeah, Kano, They already mentioned that above. Serena, I haven't seen her since MKX. Obviously, in MKX, she was just in the cutscenes, but not really in a gameplay kind of fashion or anything like that. Harley Quinn. This would be interesting in a Mortal Kombat game. I mean, yeah, it's quite common for them to put these Injustice characters in there. Deathstroke, he wouldn't be a bad fit with the swords, grenades, weapons, that kind of stuff. I think he'd do pretty well. His fatalities would probably be sick if they allow him to have them. Harley Quinn, I can't imagine her having any too like gruesome fatalities. What is she gonna do? Maybe hit them with a hammer and I don't know, like plant some sort of time bomb on them, blow them up. I have no idea what they're gonna do over there. By the way, they didn't mention anything about like Cassie Cage and stuff, so I'm pretty sure they're done. I don't think we're gonna see her anytime soon. Obviously, this is because initially what I thought it was with the new timeline, everybody's a lot younger, so their kids aren't born as yet. But the thing about this though is Takeda is here, so I'm trying to figure out why would Takeda be here if this timeline is slightly different. Did he travel back in time somehow? Or did something else happen? Does he not play any role in the story mode at all? I would like to see if that happens or not. Cameo fighters, Rain, then we've got Draman, Borai Cho, Syuho, and Moloch. Okay, this sounds a bit interesting. These characters, a lot of these characters haven't really been seen in a while. I mean, Borai Cho was playable at MKXL, I think it was. Yeah. And Moloch, Syuho, I don't know, I'm probably butchering that name. Draman, I can't even remember who that is at this point. It's been so long since I've heard some of these names. I mean, Armageddon was so long ago, and then Deception was even before that, I think it was, or Deadly Alliance. I was before that. Fun fact, I got Deadly Alliance recently as well. I think I got it like in January. Finally found a working copy of the game that isn't completely bust up. But yeah, so that's all the leaks that we've seen thus far. I do recommend that you go out and check Dynasty's channel. I'll leave a link in the description down below for you to check that out. But I think as far as these leaks go, some of them do seem quite legit because a lot of, like, for example, like Lee May is already there in the Mugati trailer. Tanya's been confirmed. Well, same with Lee May. Reiko appears in some leaked footage as well. So we'll see where this goes. I don't know what else to expect. I don't know what size of roster we're looking at. Obviously, in my opinion, the more fighting characters you get in a fighting game, the more the merrier, because it's like a racing game. The more cars you get, the better. But also at the same time, there's also the balancing issues with like the fighting mechanics and then the overall quality of the game. You don't want it to suck. What I do hope that we don't get, though, is a situation whereby classic characters appear in story mode that you cannot pick in fighting. You know, they basically NPCs. I hated that in MKX where, for example, Baraka would pitch up, you could fight against him, but you couldn't select him. The same thing happened to Tanya until she eventually became DLC. Rain as well, you could fight against him, same with Sindel, but you couldn't pick them. I hate that trend of having characters that you can fight but not pick for yourself, even if they're slightly nerfed versions. I can't remember if you can pick Fire God Liu Kang in the normal mode because I didn't bother. My friends told me that you can't do it. Apparently, you can only pick normal Liu Kang, which kind of sucks because Fire God Liu Kang is basically another character on his own. His moveset's different. So my whole thing about it is I hope that the characters that we get to pick are also the characters that appear in the story mode. You're not going to fight against somebody who's there, who's in the game. Their moveset is there. They're a fully built character, capable of doing everything. They're just unselectable for whatever reason. I hope that's not the case. Well, with that being said, I'm going to leave the video over here. I'm not going to rant on for too much longer. If you enjoyed the video, leave a thumbs up. If you disliked it, leave a thumbs down. I will see you in the next one. Enjoy your day.